it is auction season in Scottsdale, so a lot of gearheads are here for the Barrett Jackson, and as a result they like to showcase their cars. And there's a bunch of these industrial garages that are popped up that basically you can store your vehicle in. We are at the Vault in Scottsdale looking at a Cars and Coffee event. It's a multi-storage space. It's like a garage where people can store their collector cars. As you can see, there's a lot of cool cars, a lot of Porsches. And then when you look up here, they're actually stored on top of these lifts. So if you have a collector car and you want a place to hang out, this is where you go. Up next, we're gonna try and go over to the Future Collectors Auto Show, which is going on over at Westworld. There's gonna be a lot of cars that I grew up with, JDM cars, and hopefully we can get a ticket for it. So if you look at a lot of these Japanese cars in the early 2000s, one of the cars that stands out the most is the Subaru WRX. Early in 2003-2004, when the WRX came out, it began a new trend of hot hatches that would come from both Mitsubishi and Dodge. I remember growing up and looking at the rivalry developing between the Evolution and even the Dodge Neon SRT4. These cars really gave you a bang for your buck. It's also fitting seeing a dyno comp tuned Subaru sitting here at the Future Collectors Auto Show. So the Future Classics Auto Show had a lot of interesting vehicles in there. If you grew up playing Gran Turismo in the 90s, chances are there's a car that you used to drive around in the video game you can see in person. In a sense, if you look at the cars, everybody has a different style, and their car kind of represents their personality. That was kind of the big thing during the tuner culture of the early 2000s. It's kind of fitting that this event is being hosted at the Barrett Jackson auction, because in a sense, we're getting to a point where the passing of the torch is going to be given to the younger generations of car enthusiasts. As some of our cars that we used to drive as teenagers are getting there in age, they're considered to be classics. So if you were smart and kept your car pristine, chances are your vehicle is going to go up in price and can be the next big star at this auction. So Barrett Jackson's actually a multi-day event. Today is kind of like the family day. Nothing is being sold right now. A lot of stuff is actually being previewed, so you can look at it. But eventually over the next few days, you can actually come back and see how much everything has sold for. It's pretty neat. You can see that there's hundreds and hundreds of cars that are for sale. And it's a gigantic party for automotive enthusiasts. So we're gonna walk into one of these tents that has some of the cars in there. So we just wrapped up our day at the Barrett Jackson car auction. There's a lot of vehicles to see. I think our eyes are officially tired. We're gonna go get some food. But if you guys ever get a chance to come here, this is a very cool experience, especially if you're a car guy. It's like a little paradise for us.